Okay, so let us start with some basic concepts. It can be already known to you, but I want to touch it very quickly so that we are all on the same page and there is no confusion related to terminologies. So we all know about CRM, right? Salesforce is a CRM. What does a CRM stand for? CRM stand for Customer Relationship Management Tool. Of course, it's a software, right? So what is customer relationship management? And who does it need? Like who needs this kind of software? Any ideas? You want to give a try? Anybody? Particularly,
I think
Oyon, I think you have worked in CRM. So what do you think CRM should do? What is the CRM for?
customer relationship management is basically a mm, system through which we can create opportunity, we can create leads and opportunities, etc. These types of means create customers, create business, and also at the same time we can systems for that, uh, what I can say that to track their after sales support also, like if I purchase a product and it has some issues, and we can raise a ticket, and then the response, automated response via email, via SMS, or whatever, via nowadays chatbot, these type of things, and which can um, mm, automate the relations with the customers, to the company. This we can say as a CRM.
Apologies. Some of my Indian customers work on Saturdays, so they give a call and I have to catch up. This was one of the customers. Anyway, so we are back into our discussion. So Oyon,
Yeah.
thanks for giving those answers in bits and pieces. But there are many. So let us let us understand business first. Okay, I
Okay.
think the first part is that there is a buyer and there is a seller, right? There are two entities here for any kind of business, right? Somebody is buying things
Yes.
and somebody is selling things, right? So uh, who needs a CRM? Is a buyer needs a CRM or a seller needs a CRM?
Seller, I guess, because they are providing the service or selling the goods, and they need to maintain the relationship with the customer. But I feel that if a organization who is providing service, maybe software service or selling goods to the customer,
Hmm.
so after providing the service and after the sales is been completed, sales has been completed,
Hmm.
so there are some problem,
Give me
maybe
one
there are some
second.
problem like.
Sorry, guys. Today is again Rakhi, so there are a lot of people coming to our house.
Okay. Yeah, what I'm thinking that if your if a organization is providing service through for the software, and
Hmm.
after providing the service, maybe buyer has some software glitches or any technical difficulties, they need support from the seller. So that is one thing. And regarding with the product selling, after selling the product, maybe the product is not working properly or there are some problems. So in that case, they also need support from the seller, or there will be a dedicated team who can support the buyer or their customer for the better understanding or better need of what they are required. So I
That is fine. That is fine. So CRM
Basically,
is basically
basically,
needed by the seller. Okay.
not the same. Both of them required.
No,
Buyers,
buyer, but it is customer relationship management. So it's
understand,
seller,
but
the buyer is the customer. Okay.
buyer is the customer.
Hmm.
But some company may also need to buy something, and
No,
if they want to,
buyer has no CRM requirement. If the
okay,
buyer is selling to another buyer, this person is
okay,
basically selling to another customer, then they will again have a CRM for
okay,
their customers. Okay.
okay, okay,
But buyer does not need a CRM. Buyer
okay.
is the data that is stored in the CRM.
Yeah, that's
Clear? So seller organization would have a CRM system, that is customer relationship management, so that they can track their buyers, they can track their deals, they can track their customer complaints, communications, everything. So a CRM is needed at the seller end. Okay. Now
yeah,
business can be of two kinds. One, the seller can be a company
a partner.
and buyer can be individual. How? You can go to a Nike shop and purchase a good. So I am an individual going, and the company is Nike, right? We call this B2C business. Okay. Business
Okay,
to consumer.
okay,
Another possibility is company selling to another company,
company
right?
B2B.
Like to give an example, TCS is doing a marathon and wants 200 shoes. So they will go to Nike and ask that give me 200 shoes. So that's an order of 200 shoes. Who is placing? TCS is placing to Nike. That is a B2B business.
Business.
Clear? Typically, Salesforce is used in this situation
In
more.
this, yes,
Okay. A company usually tracking a company to company or B2B business is where you will see CRM the most utilized, because there are a lot of things which is happening in this kind of sales. There is a lot of negotiations happening, price things are happening. It is not a marker, not a MRP on which the sale is happening automatically, right? No, there's a lot of conversation, lot of to and fro's that happens into this kind of deals, and that is why the CRM is actually giving value for this kind of situation. Any questions so far?
no,
Okay,
I
cool.
do.
So let us come back to the concept of CRM. So CRM, there are thousands of CRM into the world, right? And where Salesforce is, what is Salesforce and what kind of CRMs do you have in mind? So there are many. It can be Salesforce. Uh, Salesforce is primarily a CRM. The Zoho has a CRM, right? Microsoft Dynamics has a CRM.
Yeah.
Then we have SAP has a CRM. Then you have uh, what is the, you can see this as HubSpot is a CRM. Uh, HubSpot is a CRM. Then you have Freshworks as a CRM. These are good names. These are all competing products, right? Salesforce has around 40% market share. And the next closest CRM is 5% market share, which is Microsoft Dynamics. Yeah. So now you understand how Salesforce really dominates the whole market of CRM. Right? CRM is for bigger players. Salesforce will be the CRM of choice. That's why CRM Salesforce is so famous, because Salesforce is basically dominating the global market for CRM. Okay, so now let us understand a few more concepts of software. Software in today's world are basically diversified into three kinds. One is
On
on-premise.
yeah.
Then you have SaaS. What is software as a service? Software,
Yes.
or let us first bifurcate this to a cloud.
Cloud.
Okay, so there can be a cloud software and there can be on-premise software. What is
Yes.
on-premise software? On-premise software is basically which is installed in customer or
Must
in here we have the seller, right, who will be using it. So sellers infrastructure.
premise. Sales premises or they have
Yes.
the infrastructure.
So if it is basically installed on your seller's owned infrastructure, right? And this the infrastructure is in the hands of the seller. It can be anything. It can be a server machine. It can be anything of that sort, right? Owned by the seller. But cloud is basically not owned by anybody. Cloud is a rental service,
Rental service.
right? How this works, and there are different ways of doing it. Here, infrastructure is owned by somebody else. Infra is owned
By
by
a third party.
yes. What is a good example of a cloud software? Anything which you are using today?
Amazon Cloud.
Amazon, who is using as a personal what is the use of Amazon cloud? Give me something which you are day to day using as an individual.
Google Drive.
Google
Google
Drive.
Mail.
Yes.
Google Mail. Google Drive.
So Google is a infrastructure provider. Google, what is the benefit of cloud product? You do not have to own a hardware. If you need a more space, you can just go and purchase it from Google. You can increase your space, your subscription based license. So you pay a little more to Google and they can increase the space, right? So, and your data is never lost because Google is taking care of that. And it is basically all the problems which you will have, like hard disk crash and things, you don't have to worry about it, right? And this whole software is you are able to use just with a browser. That is the internet connection. So that is the benefit of cloud. So the whole world is moving towards cloud because cost of infrastructural maintenance is getting higher and higher. And that infrastructure is very fast becoming obsolete. So if I had a server, that a server infrastructure, how quickly can I change, right? I have to maintain, I do a shoe business and I have to keep a person who knows how to maintain a server. It is not my cup of tea. So I don't want to worry about these kind of things, which is not core to my business. So this is, I'm talking about the seller's point of view. So they want to have a software which is owned and governed and managed by somebody who knows that technology is better. Only I will take a rental service from that. So the whole cloud infrastructure has gone into subscription. Yeah. Here the software is not purchased one time. In on-premise can also be now. Subscription business has nothing to do with on-premise or cloud version. Subscription is the payment way of doing it. But when you do not own a product, you are doing a rental service. So subscription works very well. Nowadays, even the on-premise systems has gone for subscription licenses. Okay. So licenses may be of money. All the softwares can be having a different licenses. Now, when we are taking a software and paying a rental license, just like you are like staying in an apartment building, right? You took a apartment flat and you just started using it and as a renter. So what happened? That means you do not own that apartment. You are giving monthly rental for that. But that space is completely owned by you, right? For the time you are paying the bills, right? So that is your private space that is completely owned by you. Your rent, even your the apartment owner cannot barge into your house, right? It is still your house. It is your space, but it is owned by somebody else, but leased to you. So cloud infrastructure works in the same way, wherein you pay the bills, but the whole data and everything is owned by the person who is paying the subscription, right? That is very important to understand. So it's a shared infrastructure. which is used by other companies also. So I might have a big server which is giving support to 1,000 subscribers. So there can be 1,000 selling organizations are using that same server, right? That is how the cloud infrastructure works. It's just like an apartment. Apartment is owned by Salesforce. Every flat is owned by different sellers. One seller would be Nike, one seller can be Reebok. Everybody is using the software. Nobody is seeing each other's records. Just like you log in, we log into gmail.com, you also log into gmail.com. You will never see my mails. I will never see your mails, right? When I log in, I can only see my inbox messages. When you log in, you can only see your inbox messages. So data is segregated based on the logins, exactly how Salesforce also works. So when you log in to an organization. We say org. That org is a seller's org. That is a closed in room on which the data is only shared between the users of that organization. Is it clear? Any questions? Any confusion?
No.
Okay, cool. So there are two concepts. One is SaaS, that is software as a service. Salesforce is basically giving many products as software as a service. Okay. There is also a concept called PaaS, platform as a service. Okay. Software as a service, let's give some of the products. Sales Cloud, which we will learn in our classes in corresponding class. Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. Core two areas which are the basic products of CRM, right? These are software as a service. Salesforce will charge the customer. Customer means here the selling organization. That okay, you have to give me how many users are you taking. Based on every user, I will take some money every month, and I will bill you annually, right? That is how the model is usually. Platform as a service is basically, what is a platform? Platform is where you can do a new software development. Okay, it gives you the infrastructural support and the DevOps and the tools which is needed to create a software very quickly, right? Salesforce is also a PaaS. So whenever you take software as a service, you already get some products which you are going for, but Salesforce also provides automatically its platform as a service, wherein you can build your own applications also from scratch. Okay, Salesforce can also sell platform as a service directly without selling the software as a service. So in that case, you will have platform licenses. So this will be custom application development. Is it clear? So AWS, when we talk about, AWS is a platform as a service. Okay, PaaS. AWS is not a SaaS. Okay, but Salesforce is a SaaS, and it also is a PaaS. Clear? Any queries? Any confusion? Okay. So it is, this infrastructure is quite the same, and people are sharing the infrastructure, or the organizations are sharing infrastructures. That means what? Like sitting in an apartment. Apartment will have a water tank on the top, right? That water will be shared by all the renters, right? So that is a common infrastructure. The staircase will be used by everybody, right? The lift will be used by everybody. So there's a common thing, common infrastructure is there, which is used by all organizations. So it's a shared architecture. This architecture is called multi-tenant architecture. Multi-tenant means every apartment is a tenant, right? They pay the bills, right? And they are basically owning that org. So multi-tenant architecture means we have multiple orgs in the same server. Okay, where can we see the servers? Let's see the servers. If you go to trust.salesforce.com, trust.salesforce.com, you can choose any of the product and you can check the status. And you will see all the servers which Salesforce has across geographies. AP is Asia Pacific, Australia is Australia. We have India servers also. You see, Japan, USA, these are all servers with Salesforce or data centers which Salesforce is running. Every server will have numerous organizations or org inside it. Every org is a separate company who is using CRM. Okay, so these are actual servers. Whether it is a virtual server or a physical server, I do not know. That infrastructure is not very clear. But there are multiple. So when we log into Salesforce, and when you, by the way, when you are in trailhead.com, you can spin up 10 orgs like this. Okay, we call it playgrounds. You can also create development orgs also. We'll show it later. But here, when you are on Trailhead, you are hands-on org. Here you can create a playground, and you say this is batch 46. We are creating an org. So Salesforce is just like creating a new email box, right? So we will be creating a development box, right? You can create 10 development boxes, okay? 10 development orgs. It takes a while. And this is where you will basically do all your practice, right? It will also be used for your Trailhead completion. For your Trailhead, dedicate one environment, okay? One playground or one org should always be used for your, because that will be step by step. So if you are missing anything, then there is a problem. Until the trail directly says that please use a new box, okay? New environment. Try to reuse the boxes, otherwise it will fast slip out.
Just one from where the from how did you go to the hands-on org?
Trailhead hands-on orgs.
And so, because I am logged in with the trail set, but I'm not getting that options.
Show your
That's
screen.
why. Yeah. Yeah, it's visible.
Go up. On the extreme right corner, you have the logo. Right
This
corner,
one.
yes. Hands-on orgs. Down below.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh.
You can create a playground right now. Yes.
Yeah. So you have created a batch 46. Same name
Yeah,
cannot be allowed, right?
no, it's nothing to do. You can create your own batch 45. Your org
Okay.
and my org is different.
Okay.
Nothing to do. As I said, it does not matter. Org name is irrelevant. Your batch 46 org and my batch 46 org is different org.
Okay. These are the defined apartments.
These are different apartments. So it think like you are also called Animesh Banerjee. I am also called Animesh Banerjee. It does not make us same person, right?
Okay.
You may share the same name, but we are different people.
Okay.
So it depends on what is the login. For you, the login will be different, and I will show you where to see the login. When this batch is created, you'll see that login. So this is created from my end. I will stop. You can stop presenting, and I will reshare. Yeah, you are sharing my screen. So my batch 46 org has been created, and if I launch directly, I can log into Salesforce. Yeah. So you logged into Salesforce without a login password. That is strange. Why? So Salesforce has automatically created a connector using this button. That's why you are not using a login and password. Usually, when you have to log into Salesforce, you have to use a login and password to Salesforce, right? Where will you get the credential? You have to go to this tab, and this is the login Salesforce has created for you. Okay. So if you want to reset your password, you can set this button. Automatically, a mail will go to your mailbox. Let me do this for you. Okay. And that if you then click on that link, you can set the password. So next time when you want to log in, you can log in using login.salesforce.com. Here you don't have to go to Trailhead at all. You can directly log into Salesforce when you set up the user ID and password. Please, you have to note it down. This user ID and password, whatever you set up. But if you forget the user ID password, you can always go here and launch it, and you are inside Salesforce.
One more thing, organization that has been created. Now I have to launch the applications, right? That was the
of course. If you this launch is automatically login. Launch is
okay.
login.
This launch is automatic. No, before that, it's saying that the organization ID, username that has been. Oh, that is not. That is irrelevant, right?
Share your screen.
Here it is that username. It's
Yeah. This is the username actually, but you don't have the. Yeah. You say launch it. Go ahead. Launch
yeah.
it.
Okay.
You will see if that is the username they have given it. So. Yeah. Get your login credentials. The third tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the login. You see, Ion Chinya @ this is the whole login. Yeah. Copy this.
And this is the
No, this is not the password. You have to do a reset password, then it will go to your mailbox.
Okay.
Go to a reset password. Now log in. Okay. Now log into your Gmail, or what is the email you have? Gmail. Log into your Gmail. Finish resetting password. Correct. Click on it. Yeah. Click on this link. Yes. Click on this link. Set a password. Reset password. Yeah. Set some. You follow this logic. 8 characters, 1 character, 1 number.
Okay.
Go down. No, it did not match.
Yeah.
Change password. Yes, that's fine. So we'll try to log in using user ID and password now. Okay. So you just cut the screen or log out.
Where is the
Yeah.
options?
Yeah. On the head. Here. Correct. Log out. Profile. Log out on the top. Top.
I have one question.
Yes. Now use the user ID password, which you have saved already. Follow.
Yeah, the question is that you have sent the trailhead for the practice session, right? On our WhatsApp, and you told that join that practice session through this organization which I will create.
Yeah.
So how can I join that trailhead with that organization? I need to know that.
No. Have you created your trailhead?
That creating playground.
Playground?
No, I have not created.
No, not creating playground. Have you created or have you entered or signed up into trailhead.salesforce.com?
No, not yet.
First do that. Trailhead can have 10 playgrounds.
Okay.
You have to use any one playground for completing your trails, the modules.
Okay.
That I said you can use only one. That is good enough.
So before completing the trailhead, I have to create that playground. After sign up, I have to.
Some trails don't need a playground, wherein you have to do hands-on. Then you will have to use the playground.
Okay.
There are many trails which does not need a playground at all. But
Okay.
every module will have some quiz after you complete it. Down below, there
Mm,
will be quiz
mm,
or questions. So you have to finish that ends, then only you will get that badge.
okay.
It's a gamified site, so it will be fun learning from there. And is the official Salesforce learning platform. But do
Okay.
not go outside the trail I have shared. It's a vast ocean, you will get lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So please
uh,
do
uh,
not
okay,
you
so you are
yeah,
just asking me to go only work is only with that trail,
only stay
only
on this trail.
this one.
Otherwise, you will be completely lost. It's
Okay,
an enormous, huge platform, and there are 50, 60 products of Salesforce, right? We are not going to those products. We'll only talk about Sales Cloud and Service Cloud in our session today.
So
In
after
all,
signing, so after signing up, I have to click this like the first Salesforce platform basics.
yes,
When I will complete after, then I will go to the next project, right?
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
understood.
so and we have to go through these modules, right, before
yes.
the
Click
next
on that.
session.
Click on that. Click on that. You say they so 900 points module, right? So these are the
Okay,
chapters inside each one. So once you complete, there will be tick, 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 tick. Once you complete, you will get the logo, the badge at the last. When
Okay.
this all
okay,
chapters are complete, and you'll see the chapters should take 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. That's the timing also given for each chapters. The total
okay,
total module would require 45 minutes, right? On
okay.
that, that is
So
also given. Yeah.
it's the kind of the mandatory training we used to do in our organization. So
This
every
is this is
kind
basically
of
this is how part. This will give you an
right.
idea about how part. Again, as I said, practice will make a man perfect. Even if you do this, you will forget it. No problem.
Mm,
But in the class, we will discuss the concept. Then we will give assignments, real life problems. Then it will give far more easier for you to relate, right?
okay.
But right
Yeah,
now, it is a mechanical learning. But do this so that you understand at least what
yeah,
is done, how we, and it also gives you a good hands-on practice before we start discussing the topics. Okay,
Yeah.
so I will take control again. Please stop
yeah,
sharing.
sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we have seen how we can log into Salesforce using user ID password. If you don't want to log into Salesforce using user ID password, then you can use this launch button, right? If you are logging through user ID password, you have to log in through login.salesforce.com. Okay, login.salesforce.com. This is how every users log in Salesforce. Just like in logging for Gmail, you will have www.gmail.com, right? Simple. So this is the URL through which you will access Salesforce. Okay. So now we are back. Okay. So little more concepts discussion, very important. So let us look into this Salesforce. So you have logged into Salesforce. This is an app name, right? Whatever you see on here is basically the name of the app. So this app is called Playground Starter. Welcome, install tab, and these are all tabs, right?
Hmm.
So this is a Playground Starter app which Salesforce has developed for us. When you get this is the app launcher. There are many apps which you can have in the software. So you are seeing these are apps, right? If you do a view all, you will see all apps are here. And what are these all items? Items are tabs. Okay. So we will talk from now on the app called Sales, which is used by the sales people of the selling organization, right? So you see a lot of tabs are there on the top. Okay. Many probably they will use, many they will not use. It does not matter. But usually this is the sales app or the default sales app of Salesforce, which is used by the sales guys of any organization who has taken CRM. That means the selling organization has taken the CRM, right? To sell. So their sales guys will be using it. So if you imagine yourself as a salesman of Nike and you are doing a B2B selling, tell me your day-to-day life.
Just not getting you. Just what you have.
You are the salesman, corporate salesman of Nike.
Okay.
Okay. What is your day like? What will you do in your day? You came to office, then what happens? Then what you do?
So I will try to identify potential customer, like potential and
How?
potential customer like uh,
How?
so, I mean creating a market research or
How? Do what? Be very specific. How will you do your market research? Which tool will you use to do market research?
Which tool? It's a social media sites or something that from where we can do some research for
Which
trends or
site? Give me one example. Social media sites you will go to Facebook to search for your customers.
no,
If you
not for
if
that.
you are a sales guy of my Nike,
No, that should not be. But I don't
how
have.
how?
is
Give me
there
some ideas.
is there any pipeline type of thing that from where I can identify the list of the customers they are having
No, no. Actually, you said that a B2B customers, right? You are asking that.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
so B2B customers, there maybe there will be some site where the company will register themselves that they need Nike product.
No, lead buyers, something lead or these type of buyer softwares or site as there, I think.
Where?
Uh,
Lead
uh,
buyers. What do you mean?
lead means the third party leads are can be sold with some based on your requirement that I don't know the site's name,
Hmm.
but some leads so that salesman can contact them for making this type of things are there in the US marketing. It works, but
No,
how that
forget
I
US
don't
marketing. You are a sales guy of Nike, corporate sales guy in Kolkata. How will
okay.
you go and sell? What is your day? Hey,
No
you will be
idea about
fired on
that.
day one as a salesman.
No, I am not the salesman. Actually, I am the technical guy. I am
I
not the
know,
salesman.
but you have to know the job of a sales guy. You are
Yeah,
building a software for the salesman. You don't
yeah,
know
that
his what he
I
does
understand.
the whole
I
day.
understand, but really sorry, I don't have any idea about
So
this.
that this is very important for you to realize that you, as a technical person, makes no sense. You will not add any value to anybody's life till you do not understand what that person is doing.
Yes, that
As
I
an IT
understand.
professional, your job is first to understand what is the job of the non-IT professional guy, to understand it in and out. Otherwise, you cannot become a good IT professional.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
you have spent 20 years in CRM and you do not know how a salesman works. That is very astonishing for me.
No, sales, they work with, they get some leads or they get some
How?
contacts.
How?
That
You
I'm
have to
sorry to.
talk to your in IT professional means your customer is basically your in-house sales guys, right? You are making a
Our
software for your sales
actually
guy.
our sales team is basically currently it is in US and previously it was in same floor actually
Will be
and with,
whatever geography it is, the whole sales process is the same. There is nothing changes, right?
yeah,
That is
that I
why the
understand.
software is the same for any industry, right? I talked about Nike. It can be healthcare product. It can be anything. Any industry can use Salesforce. Any
Yes,
salesman can becoming any industry can use Salesforce. Sales process is more or less same, but of course you have to configure it organization to organization. That is your job as an administrator or a developer,
yeah,
right? But
yeah,
first
that's
you
it.
have to understand what they do. If you do not know what a Nike salesman does, what will you do or what will you develop as their software? Are you understanding where
Yeah,
I'm
I
coming from?
understanding where they have.
Domain expertise is absolutely critical for a software developer to be successful in his career.
Yeah,
Okay, you can choose 3 or 4 domains, but that domain expertise needs to be there. You should be knowing what a salesman does, what the software is used for, how the software is used by the end customer, end users. Okay, so let me give you an idea. So what happens is that you can do market research. What you say, market research can be just Google. You
Okay.
can say that I will my bracket today is I will only sell to software companies. So how many software companies are near me? He will do a Google. He will get the names. He will get the contacts, address of those customers, and he will create something called a lead. Okay, lead is a tab. Lead is a prospect. Lead is all the companies who may or may not be interested in my product, but I will knock their door. Okay, why it is important to capture leads if they are not interested at all? Then should we not only enter the people who are interested? What is the point of loading everything?
So maybe there is a chances that that person who is not interested, after knowing about my product, they become interested.
No, then after interest is given, then only you load the leads, or there is no need for leads. Then directly you will create something called an account. Account is the person who is interested in your product.
Okay.
So why do we need a lead, or why do you need to keep track of your prospects? What is the point?
Maybe they can give some that maybe company A who is not interested, but they have some point that he knows some other company
No,
who
the
is
other, you will note down the other company's name. You're
maybe
not.
that is out of my geographical
No,
area.
I think
You
lead.
hand over the customer to another geography salesman. Why are you
Okay.
interested to log it into software? It is not your deal.
Okay.
What is the justification of putting prospects into the software?
Prospects means from here we can hope that we can generate a business from there. So
Hmm.
that's why we can, these are our target audience through means after, if we contact with them through that, so we can make them as a customer, or make them as a business opportunity for that. That's why we put the lead, and we make them contact, and what are the communications are going on, these type of things are recorded.
That is right.
Leads.
One is to record the communication going to that
The
person, that prospect.
cus-
It is a right use. That might be the reason why I am putting that. But what is the point of giving or tracking that? That person can say I am not interested. Then still
that
you are tracking that customer. What is the point?
basically that may be a sudden of time. Suppose sometimes it may be required for future references, for that communication, for any other sales rep or any other higher authorities can see that communications and take the decisions to analysis the data, and that kind of means the source of leads are coming, so that we can analyze that on these are the proper way or not, proper channelized or not. This way we can filtering out. For this analysis purpose we need the communications and lead
Absolutely,
this.
absolutely right. So I need to understand what are we doing with those prospects. I need to
Yes.
understand, did we reach them out properly? Did we
Hmm.
even reach out to these people actually? My sales guys might be
Yes.
bluffing me,
Yeah.
right? So leadership
Yes.
needs to see that what are we doing with our prospect list? Did we connect with them properly? Did we what is the frequency of on which we connected? Maybe they said no, but did we connect properly? Did we send the documents that is required for our generating interest in those customers, right?
Yeah.
So we as an organization need to know that my sales guys, see, in sales, when a customer says no, we say not today. It is actually he's saying not today. Okay.
Yeah.
So sales no means not a never forever. Okay. So
Hmm.
not today. That means he's not ready probably today. So your prospect should be there. Your prospect probably needs to be nurtured. And today he's saying no. Probably in future he will say yes. So if
Yeah.
you are not tracking that, you are not nurturing that prospect into the system, and the software is not known, nobody knows about it, you will either do, but you will just ignore it, forget about that lead, or you will never go back and analyze what went wrong and why the customer said no, and I can come back with a better deal. Okay, so that he is
Yeah.
interested now. Okay, so in Salesforce terminology, how do we differentiate a lead and a qualified lead? A lead is like I am putting a net in my ocean and I get all kinds of fish, right? All fish are my leads, right?
Yeah.
But probably I only do business with Hilsa. I sell only Hilsa. So I will only select the Hilsa fish, and I will probably put down all the rest of the fish back to the ocean because it's not required for me, right? So those Hilsa fish part is basically my qualified leads. Those are my potential customers, and those are the customers through which I will run a deal. Whether I lose a deal or win a deal is a different discussion, but that is an interested customer. Okay, so lead and turning a lead to a qualified lead is called lead conversion.
Lead conversion. Yeah.
Okay, so now let us see this in the whole journey. So let us say I have 3 people. I will create 3 people. First name is Kaushik Chatterjee. Kaushik Chatterjee. I am the salesman, Anish Banerjee. Here is my lead owner. Okay. Kaushik walks in basically. What is a Kaushik? You are working in Capgemini, right?
Capgemini, yeah.
Okay. So Kaushik walks in Capgemini, and probably he's the HR head. Okay. And makes most of the time HR have organizes this kind of sport events, or they would give loyalty points
Yeah.
to their employees, right? So probably HR head is a good person for me to meet, so that I can sell Nike products. Again, I am saying that I am a Nike salesman. Okay. So
Okay.
how did I get this lead? Probably I searched over Google and found it, or my friend, or I got it from other source. Let's see. And I say this is basically a software company, right? So I don't know, I have software here, but we'll say engineering company. Yeah? So these are all the details. It's not mandatory. The mandatory detail is only the red star ones. So last name and company name, good enough. I can put my mobile number or phone number, whatever I have got it. And you see the lead status is open, not contacted. Okay. So I created my first lead. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So what is this part? This part is basically stages of the lead.
Stages. Yeah.
It is actually a field.
Yeah.
This one. So if you go there, these are like four values. These 4 values are reflecting here. It's called path. So you can take any pick list and you can make it a path. Okay. You as an administrator will be able to do it later. Okay. So Salesforce by default has a lead module. Sales Cloud has a lead module, and Salesforce has already pre-configured this for you. Okay. So here we can check duplicate leads. If there is another person with the same phone number or email ID, I can easily see that. Then one salesman can inform another salesman, oh my God, I am probably talking to that same person you have already been talking to, right?
Yeah.
That's how the sales guys can know that there is a not conflict. I am not reaching out to the same person, right? Then because there is a problem then. I am probably overstepping my jurisdiction, or probably somebody is already working on a lead. I am creating a lead which is not required. That is okay. So
I have a question here. How can we find that when I save the data on that time, it will be noted as a duplicate, right?
yes,
Through some rules.
yes, that is a duplicate rule you can set
Duplicate
up.
rules. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. So here we are basically. So I am giving a general overview about what the software by default gives you. We just created the org, right? What you get by default, right? That is what we are seeing. So play around on this today. I will. It is very important for you to just click everywhere. Whatever interests you, please click. Okay. For a week, please click around Salesforce. Okay. That is very important for you to understand what is happening, how the behavior is of Salesforce. Okay. So stick to this module only. Don't go here and there.
Okay.
There are many apps not useful for you. Let's only stick to the sales module. So here the lead is basically wherein there are multiple stages. So this is a prospect. Now what I do is probably I contacted this person. So I called him. He said I called him. He said to give a call back next week. Okay. So what is happening? This is I am creating an activity. Okay. So I logged an activity. I called him and give it. So I can send a mail also from here. I can connect to my mailbox also. It is possible. Sending a mail from here is beneficial because I can use any of the template, right? So template is defined email. So there are many templates, which is you can say new customer email. I can insert here. Okay. and I can send it to that, and I can send it. It is not configured, so we have to configure email address and so on. Then we'll be able to send mail. But once you send mail, you can see this mail going out from here. So here,
Email.
whatever I am doing with my lead, I am is able to see this. If I connect my mailbox, then the emails and my meetings are automatically synchronized with Salesforce. Whether you send the mail from your mailbox or you send the mail from here, both will be logged here.
Okay.
Even you set a meeting with this person, both will be showing up here as well as your calendar in Outbox, right? You can set a reminder for you, like I have to call this person in 3 days, right? And I have just marked it that not started. So what will happen is that in my home page, on today's tasks, it will show up 3 days
Show up,
later
yeah.
that I have something to do today, right? So
Yeah.
it's a reminder.
It's a reminder. Account schedule.
So when I am calling this person, I will mark it a completed task, tick, and then it is done, right? Okay. So these are activities which I am doing on my lead. This is the details of the lead. These are all the fields of the lead, and this is the detail of the field. Okay. So now I can say that I have contacted this person. I move this stage to here. When you move this from here also, you see it lead status has changed here. The same. It is the same field which is here. And then finally, he might say that, see, I am not interested in your products. Let's not discuss this further. So you can say close, not converted. Or somebody says that, okay, let us now discuss what are your offerings, what are your products, show me your products, and let us discuss how we can take it next. Once you do that, I am converting this lead into 3 tables. An account, that means that you see the company becomes an account, the lead becomes the contact under this account, and I am also creating a deal now. You may or may not create a deal, okay? But usually you are talking for a deal, right? So I will say,
Yeah.
I am trying to get an order for August. I will say order August 2025, and I convert this. So now in account table, I have created a new company. In contact table, I have converted the lead to a contact. And in opportunity, I have created an opportunity. Okay. So if I jump into account, you will see there are details of the account in which just the name and the phone number has come in. If I go to the contacts table, you will see there is a Kaushik Chatterjee contact here now. And the details which we filled up there, it is all passed on here. And if you go to the opportunity tab, you will also see there is a Capgemini order which has also created. My sales guy will now jump into here and do the rest. But before that, it might so happen is that Kaushik is saying, no, for completing my deal, you have to also talk to my finance guy. Okay. So how do I do that? So I see the account here. I click here. I can jump immediately to the tab. And here you see the Kaushik Chatterjee is a linked contact under, or it's a child contact under account. The benefit here is that I can add another person. I can say, Oyon, what is your title, Oyon?
Oyon Pal, just for the time being use
Oyon
Oyon Pal.
Pal is in the under the account, and this time I am saying he is the CFO. Okay, Chief Financial Officer. So now I am talking to 2 people. I am talking to Kaushik to understand how many shoes needs to be sold, and Oyon will negotiate the price with me. Right? I will be talking to 2 people in which company? In Capgemini. But the same opportunity, right? So I will jump to that opportunity, and this opportunity has contact roles as HR head. I can add another contact role if I want. Like I am adding Oyon also, who is relevant for this, and the role is basically maybe execute sponsor, right? So I have done this. I can change the role of Kaushik also as probably decision maker or decision maker, right? And so these are the 2 people who are working on this opportunity with me from the customer side. Both are customers, right? So what is a customer? Capgemini is a customer. The people working in Capgemini are also customers. So customer in B2B business is the company as well as the employees of that company to whom you are selling. Okay, you see whatever you did in the lead phase have already come to the opportunity phase. Those activities are already transitioned over. You can keep on doing all this work. As more or more activities are done, you can manage it. And then basically you move this stage through different phases. Once you go to different phases, you see the probability will keep on rising.
Yeah.
Probability 60%, right? Perception analysis. Now, all these things you can customize in Salesforce. It maybe not all. So price quotation can also happen here, right? And here in price quotation, probably you can also need to create some quotations. That is also possible into Salesforce. I have not activated it. We'll activate it later. Okay. But before that, we'll understand a little more depth. What are the models are there, how the associations are there. Then we'll go into activities and so on. Then basically, finally, this last stage would be close won or close lost. If you have got the PO from the customer said, okay, I'm happy to sign a contract with you. You have won the deal. If you're saying close lot, you have lost the deal. Okay. This is the whole life cycle of a sales guy of an organization. Okay. What tabs did you use? Lead for prospect management, account for company management, contact for the company employers,
constant persons or
opportunities for the deals.
deals.
Right? Please play around the software, whatever we have seen till today. Get yourself educated and get yourself familiarized with how Salesforce works. Okay. Then we will see the relationships of the orders, and then we'll dig deeper how to then change the software according to the company's requirements. Okay. But first, you have to familiarize yourself with the software, how it is used. Get yourself a little idea about how the software is done. Whatever I have shown you today, just do these steps. Get yourself familiarized with Salesforce. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions so far?
No, just
No.
now I'm getting the similarities of our CRMs.
Yes, of course. All CRMs are more or less same, not
Same,
not
yeah.
very different. Yes.
Just first of all, that's why. Okay.
I will dig a little deeper about some or more concepts before we finish for the day. You want me to go on, or you want me to like finish it today and then take it from the next session? Let me know. If it is too much for you on the first day, I will try to start slowly. You let me know. It's fine
I
to
don't
continue.
have any,
Yeah.
I don't have any problem.
Okay. So rest. Everybody fine, because it is pretty late for, I think,
Yeah.
Kirti. Kirti, you
It's
want me
Yeah,
to
yeah,
continue?
I'm fine. Yeah. You can
Okay.
continue. I'm fine.
Sure. So I will now talk about a little about relationships. Okay. So first thing you have to realize is that these concepts are very clear to you, right? These guys. Okay. Now see, in Excel, I can make this an account table. I can make this a contact table. Okay. Just before, we need to realize one thing. Now I will change my nomenclature a little. Tables in Salesforce are called objects.
objects.
Yeah. So I will not use table term from now on. I will be only talking about objects. Okay. When I say objects, you think about tables in your head. Okay. Typically, when you see Salesforce, all these tabs wherein you are creating records, these are all tables. Right? It looks like a table, right? You can go to the list view. It's all tables, right? Okay. This list view, all contacts, you can go. These are filtered list views. Okay. You can just change this filter. You can create your own filter also. Account, you can go and change it to all accounts. Pin this up so that it does not change. Then you can create your own list view also. You can say, I create my own list view. I say, USA customers. Yeah. I can give this view to everybody, or I can only have it for myself. And I can say, I will change it to all. What is my accounts? I will discuss later. And I will say, if the billings billing country is US, then you see, now I am only seeing one US customer. Okay. So I can change to all accounts. So this is how a list view can be configured. So you can create your own filtered list view. Okay. You can change the name of the list view if you want to.
I can arrange the field list. Field list means
Yes, you can
account
create
name.
these fields using this cell field, which one to
Okay.
show, what you want, don't want to show. Like I want to
Okay.
show active,
Okay.
so I will now replace this with active. So anything you can do for yourself. So this is the views, and a user, Salesforce user, that means a sales guys will be able to do these things on his own, right? I can import also data, and we'll discuss this in a separate table. But right now, play around, do whatever you can do. Stick to the tabs which we have just talked. Do not go to other tabs. Okay. So now, what is so we understood that tables are called objects in Salesforce. What are these columns called? Every table will have columns, right? And column headers, right? Why do we need column headers?
To identify the properties of the
So let's think
object.
about account. What are the column names you will have here, right?
Company name, address, email address, website, contact number, LinkedIn profile, company's any
Website,
website or social media address or something,
phone, then
phone
you can say address.
address.
Yeah, correct. So these are column headers, right? So if I do not have a column header, is it a problem?
If we don't have a column header, then
Without
No,
a column header, does a table make sense?
no.
no, because it will, we can identify proper data through the column.
So this is called a description of data, right?
Description of data,
Description of data is called metadata.
metadata.
Okay. So if you hear the term called metadata, that means description of the data. So here basically my customer is TCS, my customer is Cognizant, my customer is Capgemini, which we saw right now, right? So these websites and details I can fill up. This is my table, right? So this is an object in Salesforce. Okay. These columns names are called fields. Okay. These are fields. Okay. Which you are seeing here. These ones, right? These are called fields. Okay. When you are on the table in the details, these become fields, right? It is shown like this. So it is called fields. And the rows or the actual data, right? Here, this is the row. This is another row. This is the third row. So row data is called record. Okay. So we'll use these terms from now on. We'll not use these terms. Okay. So please get yourself familiarized with these three terms. Okay. So objects, fields, and records. Objects are tables, fields are columns, and records are rows. Okay. So now, how many records are there in this account object?
3.
3. Absolutely. So in this set, you will see there are 14 records. Okay. Contact has 22 records.
Reports.
Opportunity has 32 records. Okay. So that's how we are using these terminologies in Salesforce. Okay. Please be aware of it. Now,
What is
there are
the
two types.
difference between the metadata and the fields?
Hmm.
What is the difference
No.
between the metadata?
Fields are a type of metadata.
Okay.
Metadata is not only just the field names. Metadata is everything. Any description about data is metadata. In Salesforce, all configurations, all schema structure, everything is basically metadata.
Okay.
That is a separate topic, and more advanced topics of discussion. We'll come to that later.
Yeah. Sure.
Because in Salesforce, there is no code, there is no table. Everything is data. And it is stored in the behind the scenes as a data because of the multi-tenant architecture. So your tables are not actual tables. Those are like, again, a virtual tables, right? All these what tables you're defining or objects you're defining are all virtual objects. These are not actual database objects. Okay.
Okay.
So that is how it is. So it does not matter. For you, it is just like a database object. Okay. So here, account is a object, contact is an object. That's it. One thing to understand here, there are two kinds of objects in Salesforce. One is called standard objects. Another is called custom objects. Standard objects are the objects which Salesforce has already given you as part of your SaaS offering. Okay, these are already there, existing.
Account leads,
Account,
contacts,
lead, opportunity, what you saw today,
but
these are all standard
existing.
objects. These are existing. These cannot be deleted.
Right.
Okay, you cannot touch them, but you can modify them. How can you modify them? We will see that. Custom objects don't exist, so you have to create it. Need to create, right? It does not exist at all. So once you create a new custom object, you create a new table that becomes a custom object. Okay. If you have not created any table, there is no custom object. Okay. And this can be deleted, of course. If you no longer want this, you can just let it go. Yeah. Every standard objects will have standard fields. That means the fields which Salesforce has already given you.
Predefined fields.
Predefined fields, right? So insert this. In every standard object, you will have standard fields. Oops. Standard fields, which is called like a name field is standard. Then I think account number is there in account number something. All these fields, website, history, address, all this you see, these are all standard fields. For Indian customers, you will not find a GST number. So you probably have to create your own custom field. So you will say, I have to create a custom field now. That is a new field which does not exist. So you can create custom field in a standard object. Okay, just like GST number, you can create. Custom objects, when you create, automatically Salesforce will create some standard fields for you, just like this name field. And there are other standard fields which Salesforce will create for you, audit fields particularly. Okay, so custom object also has standard fields. Standard objects also has standard fields. Custom object, you can also create custom fields in standard objects. And custom objects, obviously, you have created to create custom fields, right? Most of the fields will be custom fields. So we will definitely
just a second. As you told that in custom object, standard fields, that is what you just tell
name,
that what is the
name.
Or name is the only
there are many.
fields?
There are 4 or 5 fields which are already there, which are standards. Name and others are there.
Name and others. Okay.
Yeah. Audit fields usually. Audit fields. System fields.
System fields mean for footprint. Audit fields.
Footprint we have. Then you have primary key of the objects. Many system defined fields are already created automatically whenever you create the custom fields. So those standard fields are already there. After that, you can also create your custom fields. Definitely, you will create custom fields because that object is useless without custom fields.
Yeah.
Okay. But in standard object, you may or may not create custom fields. If your standard fields are good enough, then you do not need to create custom fields. Just for Indian customer, GST number is not there for company. So you have to create a custom field.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
So let us see those fields. So whenever you want to see or see the inside features of the software, or you have to make modifications to the software, you have to go to setup. Just like you change in your mobile phone also, you change anything, you go to setup or settings. Similarly, in Salesforce also, you will have to go to setup to make changes to software or see more detailed administrative views, right? Okay. So let us go to setup. Here you will see an object manager is there. Object manager is basically gives you all the objects which you have in the system. You see so many objects, standard objects are there. These are all standard objects. No custom object, right? Are you seeing any custom object? No, because it's not
No.
there. There are two things. One is the label. What is this label? Label is the name which a end user will be seeing, and this can be localized. So account can be like something in French, something in Bengali, whatever you want to localize. API name is the background name which cannot be changed. It will be for the programmers or the administrators. Okay, for automation and any purpose, right? This cannot have any space. This can have space.
Space.
Okay. Achha. If you are creating a custom object or a new object, automatically, let's create a new object. It is called employee. I don't have any employee. Employees. It starts with a vowel, right? And save. Whenever I create a new object, you see now employee is a new object which has got created. Here is employee. You see API name is underscore C.
C underscore C. Okay.
API
So
name
all the custom object will be underscore C.
underscore C. If you are seeing any API name with underscore C, that is a custom object.
Okay.
You see here is also showing up as a custom object. Okay. Salesforce automatically will add it. You don't have to add this underscore C. Okay. If you add a underscore C, then it will be 2 times, like employee underscore C underscore C. So there's no need. You just put that. Okay. So if you just go to this employee underscore C, first let's see the account, right? Account is a standard object, right? In account, we see the fields, right? You see so many fields are there. Some of the fields are underscore C, right? This is the custom field.
Custom fields.
Okay. And whatever you see which does not have an underscore C is a
Standard.
Like in account, are you seeing any GST? GST number is not there, right? So you can create a new field called text field.
So these
And
are the types of fields we can
these
create.
are the types of field. We will discuss the types of field in the next session.
Okay.
First, play around. Right now, just play around. You can make this field mandatory. You can make this field unique
Unique.
based on whatever is requirement. And you want to give this field to all kinds of users. And which layout you want to add this. Layout means the screens you want to add it. Account has 4 screens. What is the use of those screens? We'll come to that. And now, if you see GST, you'll see underscore C. So standard object, now I have created a custom field in standard object. Okay. Similarly, I can now jump to the employee table, which is a custom object which just created. In custom objects, I can go and I can see these fields are already created by Salesforce. And it does not have an underscore C because it's standard fields. Okay, you see the name field is there, other audit fields are there. Okay, so now I can create maybe employee ID or employee number, something of that sort, right? In a text field. Or I can create not a text field. Maybe let's jump into the most important thing, which is currency, which is salary. Salary. Okay. Let us add a custom field in my custom object. Okay. I take it here. And I save. So when I go back, I will see that now I have created salary underscore C. So now it is a custom field inside my custom object. Clear? So we have seen how to create new fields. We know what is a standard object. We know what is a custom object, and we know how to add a standard object here. So if I now want to have enter a data into employee, can I do it? No, I don't have a tab. So in order to enter data, I have to create a tab. So I have to go to the tab. I have to go to the tab on the home. And in this custom object tab, I have to create a tab. Employee. And default on, we can save. Next, and I add to all apps. Do I need to add all apps? What is apps? We'll discuss this later. App is a group of tabs. That's it. So I can go here, refresh my screen, and I will search for employees. Employees is already here, right? This has been added to my app. So now I have got a new tab wherein I can create new records, where I have put my employee name, maybe Shobhanjit Ghosh, and I will put his salary. Let's give him 1 crore rupees. Yeah. So that is what it is, how you can create a new table, that is new object, and you can also, you see, immediately the basic operations for a table are given to you, Salesforce. How little time it took for me. I can create a new table on a fly, right? 2 steps process. First, I create that object, create the fields, and then create the tab, and then I'm done. I can now create records, I can edit records, I can delete records, everything I can do, right? This employee table, I can see all employees. I can go and edit the details here. I can make 1 lakh to 2 lakh. I can delete this record if I want. Yeah. So basic operations is create operations, as we say, which is any table you have to do is create, read, edit, and delete. So this is automatically created, given to you whenever you create a tab for that object. For standard objects, all the standard objects, the tabs are already there. If you create a custom object, you have to create a tab. Otherwise, you won't be able to create records. Clear hai? All clear? That is all we had today in our class.
So we will get the videos today's sessions, right?
Yes, please
Yeah,
keep
actually,
teasing me because it takes some time to get the recording into